can hear you perfect.
You hear me?
Yep.
I'll stick that up my nostrils. Hello, my darlings. Can you hear me? If you can't, then fuck. I don't care at this point. Everything's gone a little bit cray-cray, and we're just doing our best. So here we are with a whole pile of greatness. So David is here from Tasmania, and I'm here from just Twitch and all greatness. So let's have a chat and see how we go. I will try to fix up the screen if I can.
Good evening, sinners. How are we all? Good evening, Mistress.
Indeed. How are we going today, my darling?
Very, very well. Yourself?
Oh, apart from the fact it's actually hot. It has been cold here. It's been freezing. I've been freezing my ass off. And all of a sudden I get one day when it's hot and I'm just losing my mind. I'm like sweating my ass off.
Oh dear.
That's no fun. It's no fun at all.
Well, so we're going to start off with some useless facts.
I would love a useless fact. Make me happy.
Okay. No worries. So this popped up on Mamma Mia during the week. It was a story about a couple that went on holiday immediately after the birth of one of their children. Now, whilst they were away on holiday, because they were in such a rush to get away, they forgot to pack a few things. And the new mother forgot to pack a breast pump. And they were going away for 5 days. So one thing led to another, and after the second day, she begged and pleaded with her husband to breastfeed because she was so sore from not being able to do anything. And apparently she put quite a bit of pressure on her poor man to do this. And he had to do it for 4 days for this poor lady. Now, that's certainly a commitment.
That is a commitment. I 100% agree. My goodness gracious. Most people don't know what breastfeeding would feel like. Thank you very much. I'm okay without it. Thank you.
Can you just imagine a fight later on down the track where she says, "Can you never actually do anything for me?"
Yeah, I breastfed for Thursdays. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
That's really a get out of jail free card for an awful lot of stuff.
Oh, I don't know. If chicks have to do it, then guys have to do it. Let's be honest. So we've got something from Callie saying, "Oh no, that poor man." Well, you know what? Chicks have to do it all the time, and we got these bad boys. Guys can try. Come on, give it a crack. We have to bake them like we're an oven. Bloody let them suckle for a little bit. Now I just changed all my room around, and we all know I did all my settings differently and everything like that. So I'm still working out the lights. So I highly apologize that I am well white right now. Yeah, it's a bit fun. Oh. Goodness gracious. How are you feeling, Callie? How's everything going with you? We've got a David, you're still echoing apparently. Your voice is still echoing. So let me try a little bit on my end. I'm just going to lower you a little. Just see if that makes a difference. Just say something. Say I am not a twat. No, say I am not a twathead.
I am not a twathead.
How's that, Callie? Is he not a twathead? Callie? Is he not a twathead or is he a twathead? We need to know. You want him to lie, Callie said. And she hides.
What do you want me to lie about, Callie?
Oh, about not being a twathead. She's saying you're a twathead. She's being a twat. She's lovely. Callie's amazing. She's one of my BFFs.
Thank you, Callie. Appreciate you so much.
And that is definitely a positive from Callie, let's be honest. Oh, goodness gracious me. So I've had like one of those really random days that I didn't know was going on for half of it. I did all this business development. I did all these bits and pieces. And then all of a sudden, things just went to shit. But let's talk about sex.
We're going to go sex or we're going to go ghosts first?
Okay, we can go ghosts. Fine.
Alright.
I'll cry about it. We can do ghosts first. Ghosts
so what's the scariest experience you've ever had, Mistress?
I have had a number of experiences with ghosts and stuff. I have actually, I have a ghost that actually has followed me for a number of years, which is nice. So back when I lived in Queensland, Australia, I lived on a place called in Brisbane. There used to be a burial ground area very close to it. They ended up pulling it down, putting up what is it called when you kill animals?
Abattoir.
Yeah, they put an abattoir. And then up on the hill, they put houses, right? So I lived up there. And all of this stuff was happening in my real life. And I started feeling things that were a little bit weird. And this one feeling kept coming back. That there was this person, this small child, that would be there to play and to hang out. And it has followed us through houses to Canberra. And I believe, and I mean this sincerely, I believe that it lives in my room here. So I live back where I grew up, after having, being an adult and stuff like that. And someone was here and they were trying to argue with me and be aggressive towards me. And they actually felt a presence grab them and push them against a wall. They were not allowed in the room. My room is protected by this particular spirit. And I believe, because I remember when I was younger, I believed it was a young boy. I don't know why. Like, I there was never a reason, there was never a name, there was never anything like that. I just remember a young boy being there when I cried and cuddle me. So, yeah, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but fuck. That's probably. It's not a bad scary. It's kind of a protective scary, but still a scary thing if you think about it.
Oh, definitely. Well, I've got one for you, apart from the fact that I was telling you the other day about the hauntings we have here, especially this time of year.
Yes.
This goes back to the winter of 2003. So we did a ghost tour of an area called Picton, which is very close to where I spent a lot of time growing up. And it was a ghost tour that was also a progressive dinner.
Alright.
So we started off, had drinks and whatnot at the first venue, which was the old post office in Picton, and met up with this other young couple. And, on the bus, touring around and whatnot. And I knew it wasn't going to be a very active night because there was too many people being silly. Which, fair enough, they're all there to have a good time, so that's fine. So anyway, we get to the second venue, which was the golf club. Now we're sitting down having dinner, and this other couple and my wife and I were sitting on the table, and we're just chatting away and whatnot, and I reach out to get myself a drink. Now, at this point in time, back in 2003, I was still teetotal.
Oh, teetotal, yes.
Yep. I went dry for just on 20 years.
Oh, good job, you. Yeah, you.
Thank you. So I reached out to get my glass, and as my hand got to probably about 2 inches away from the glass, the entire glass just exploded.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
So anyway, I'm covered in coke and whatnot, so I get up and go to the bathroom and clean up a little bit. And the young guy that was in the other couple came in to see if I was all right. His name was Craig. And we're just having a chat. And he said, oh, wow, that was pretty random and weird. And I said, oh, I've had weird stuff happen. Not trying to be a smart ass, just, talking.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, like what? And so I retold him an incident that happened to me probably about 15 years previous, where I was going down to my parents' farm in the very early hours of the morning. And I was coming up over what's known as the Razorback Mountain Range, just north of Picton on the old Hume Highway.
Oh, yes.
And as I crested the top of the hill, there was a teenage person standing in the middle of the road. Now, I was, considering it was about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I was doing probably 160, 170 Ks, and I couldn't stop. And I ran over this person and, got out of the car, checked everywhere, grabbed the torch, checked under the car, it was you, checked in the back, checked the sides of the road, checked the road for marks, could not find a thing.
Oh my God.
Could not find a thing.
You're kidding.
So I So I thought to myself, look, I must have just imagined it. It's late, I'm tired, I've just imagined it. So anyway, a few days later, continuing on with this, a few days later I actually ran into one of my old school teachers and I told him about it. And he said, oh yes, he said, that's so-and-so, that's the ghost of so-and-so. It does happen on the top of the mountain from time to time. So that's fine. So I'm starting to retell this story to Craig.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he goes white as a ghost. And I said, what's wrong? And he said it was between here and here. I said, yes. And he said, about this time of morning? I said, yes. And he said, exactly the same thing had happened to me. He said, I thought I was going crazy. And I said, no, it's all good, it's all good. So anyway, that's fine. The rest of the dinner goes on and the rest of the tour goes on, and not a lot happens. But there was a couple of spots I wanted to go back and have a look once everybody had gone. So Craig and his partner Liz get in their car, Susie and I get in my car, and we go off and have a look at these places and whatnot. Nothing really much happened, so we just exchanged phone numbers and went on our way. So we kept in contact by text.
Yeah.
And in the December, Susie and I moved to Tassie.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, I'm driving down to Tassie and he texts me, and the text sounded a bit weird. And so I thought, I'll check back in with him in a couple of days. So, a couple of days later I checked back in and he hadn't mentioned anything about Liz. And I said, oh, by the way, how's Liz? And he said, terrible news, she died yesterday. And I was like, okay, no worries. Now, I didn't think anything more of it for a couple of days.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden, for some reason, I go back and I check my diary. When Liz died was 6 months to the day that we did the ghost tour.
Oh, my God.
So I thought, well, that's really random and that's really weird. So anyway, fast forward another 6 months. My lovely Susie becomes very, very ill, ends up going to hospital from work, and they end up admitting her to hospital.
Yeah.
And we were waiting, my neighbour and I, because my neighbour's partner was with Sue, and we're waiting to get a phone call to say that, yes, she's going to be admitted. This is the room number. So eventually when we get that, which is about midnight, 12:30, something like that, we head off and we drive down to Hobart to the hospital.
Yeah.
Now, as we get into the hospital, get into the lift doors close, and as soon as the lift doors close, my phone bings with a text message. So just automatically, without even thinking, I just grabbed my phone and looked at the text message.
Yeah.
And I will repeat to you verbatim what the text message says, because I will never forget this.
Yeah.
I do not know who you are, and I do not know how you know my son, but I just looked through his phone and I felt I needed to tell you that he died yesterday in tragic circumstances. Now, I didn't say anything to Sue because she was unwell and she was in hospital, of course. So I get home and I grab my diary and I have a look, and that was 1 year to the day from when we did the ghost tour. So anyway, when Sue gets home from hospital, I talk to her about it and whatnot, and she reaches out and she finds the woman that ran the ghost tour and sends her an email and says, look, this is the situation that's happened. Yeah. Do you think it's possible that something connected with this couple the night of the tour? And the lady that ran the tour turned around and said, well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, really? Like it's an active ghost?
Yeah. So anyway, that's all good. So if that wasn't freaky enough, this woman and her husband did ghost tours all over the world, pretty much every major city right across the world. And they come down here to little old central Tasmania, and they stay in the local town where we are. And the lady had a very unsettling feeling the whole time that she was here. Right. So she goes up to the mill, and it scared her that much that they immediately packed up and left town at about 1:30 in the morning, vowing to never return. And she sent us an email saying that our town is the most haunted place she has ever been in worldwide, and she can never come back.
Oh my gosh.
Now, in saying that our town is the most haunted town,
that's a big call, because we do have Sydney and we do have Lemon Tree Passage. Two things.
Yes, we do. We do. And as I said, saying that our town is very haunted. Friends of ours ran one of the two IGA supermarkets here.
Yeah.
they were having a whole world of trouble. They would lock up at night and all of a sudden there'd be noises downstairs. They'd look on the cameras and stuff is getting thrown off the shelves while they're watching the cameras.
Yeah.
So they do a bit of investigating and whatnot, and they talk to a local historian who tells them a bit about the history of the place. And it used to be an old coaching inn, as a lot of places in this area did. Yeah. So they actually had to build a model of the old building, the original inn, as it was in the time of settlement.
Oh, so they could see where the ghost would walk?
Yeah, and display it in the front display window of the store to stop the activity. And that was the only thing that calmed the activity.
That's crazy. So I went to this one place. So I'm in Canberra. Okay, everyone. I'm in Canberra, Australia. And I did some stupid stuff when I was younger. One of them was breaking into the old... You. No, I would never do anything stupid.
No, of course not. No, not at all.
Except for every day matter. We broke into a place. It was the old. If anyone knows Canberra, there's like the old cement, like brick making place. People know what I'm talking about. If you're from Canberra, if you're not, Google it. There's a place out in Canberra, Australia is like a small country town, and then you go out any direction, and there's sheep or cows or horses and kangaroos everywhere. But there's this brick making factory which was closed down. We broke in there when we were about 15, and I went there to take photos. So I'm a photography nerd, right? I swear to God, it was the most haunted place I've ever been. I've gone on haunted tours. I've gone to places they've said, yeah, there's ghosts here. This place, I swear I could hear children crying in the middle of nowhere. Like, this place is in the middle of nowhere. It's not near houses, not near anything. Absolutely crazy. And you could just hear it, like, you could feel it through the halls, and, oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I wish they would actually let people in there, like, and just in case the police are watching, this is definitely more than 10 years past it, so you can't get me. Plus, we didn't do any damage. You can't prove what day it was, so. Yes, but I wish they'd do, like, tours and things like that there. Like, it would be a lot less dangerous. People weren't just breaking in there, because it's literally still a brickworks. And I think it had to stop because people, I think a couple of people died, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, Tasmania has so many things, and Canberra doesn't have a lot of that sort of stuff. Yes, Sydney does. Sydney has Sydney ghost tours where you go around and you can look at all the old buildings and the rocks. They can tell you where people died and all that sort of stuff. Canberra doesn't have a lot of that, unfortunately. Like, we've got possible hidden tunnels from Parliament House, which they've literally said are possible. I've been under Parliament House. I've been in the things. It's an office, guys. It's not that exciting. And then there's a walkway from one place to another place to let the premises out if they need to in a bomb place. It's not exciting. No ghost tour. Give up the dream. But, like, I'd love to know if there was more. Like, so if you guys do have any, like, ghost stories or anything like that, I'd love to hear them. Like, we definitely would. So Callie has said that she's going to travel back in time and call the cops on me. Parliament House would be better than a hotel.
You're top drawer, Callie. Top drawer.
Yeah. If you were going to use a TARDIS to go back and tell the cops on me, that's your entire thing that you would use a TARDIS for, we're no longer friends. Friend? Done.
Kelly, if you're going to dob the Mistress in for doing that, I am so glad you do not know me very well.
I smacked myself in the face with the wig. I threw myself in the nose. Oh, I'm a muppet. Have we got anything else here going on? Sound is okay now. That's great. No problem. Thank you so much for letting us know. Derek MS. Sorry, I've been wearing my glasses and I did just whip myself in the eyeball. I probably deserved it. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. I hope you're having an amazing time. We're here just to talk about stuff. If you want to be a part of the conversation, please do. We love you. We love the design of the building. It's wasted on politicians. That is very, very true. And it is actually a really shit design. Like, have you actually seen Parliament House? It's
Of course.
a Lego box that's on a cog. It's horrible. Horribly designed. Callie will use the TARDIS to save the world, because the world is doomed. 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 Did I miss anything else? I don't think so.
So do you want another one?
Are you offering me things?
Of course, my darling. Always.
I will always take it. Please.
Alrighty.
Give me more.
Alrighty. So this one is from the winter, or from June of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
There is a place in what is called the Derwent Valley, a town of New Norfolk, called the Royal Derwent Hospital, which was the state psychiatric hospital. The oldest psychiatric hospital in Australia, opening in 1832. Now, this is well renowned for being haunted. Wow. So, during an event that we have down here every winter called Dark Mofo, which is a big music and arts festival.
What the fuck is it called? Dark Mofo.
Dark Mofo.
And you didn't tell me that there was a thing that's called that until now because you
Correct.
hate me?
Oh, of course, my dear, of course, yes.
When I see you, I'm getting a fucking paddle and you are getting spanked to high heaven. Dark Mofo, I'm not going to do.
Promises.
Don't test me, bitch. Keep going.
Oh, I test everybody. I push everybody past their limit.
And that's why I love you.
Of course. So, as a part of Dark Mofo, they had a performance on out at the Royal Derwent Hospital. So they opened a lot of the old buildings. So we went the first week and we did the night tour, which was fine. Everything seemed quite calm and relaxed and settled. And we went through both the male and female maximum security sections, as well as what they call the barracks, which is the oldest part. Mm-hmm. And then they announced that because of public demand, they were going to be opening the following week. So we went again. But this time we went during the day. Now, let me tell you, during the day was a vastly different story. Okay. During the day, the place has a very oppressive and nasty atmosphere.
During the day?
During the day. Okay. So anyhow, we do the tour of the buildings again, and my lady and I get separated. Mm-hmm. And in between the male and female maximum security is a exercise yard, which is quite large, and the walls are extremely high and then curved back in, so there's not a chance that anybody can climb out. Yeah. And something took hold of me, and I started pacing the walls continually, just lap after lap
you
after
lap.
lap.
Stop it. You just kept going.
I could not stop. I could not stop. And I did this for about half an hour. And then just out of the corner of my eye, I caught my lady sitting on a doorstep, absolutely sobbing. And that was enough to break me out of my zone. And I went over to her and she said, "We've got to leave. We've got to go right now." And which I wholeheartedly agree. And we got out of there. And it took both of us the best part of a week to shake that off. We were still feeling so bad probably until the Thursday or Friday.
Oh my gosh. Have you been to the Goulburn jail, like the old Goulburn jail?
No.
I've heard stories about the old Goulburn jail. I haven't been, but a very, very close friend of mine did. And so old Goulburn jail was one of the places that they was doing the hangings, they were doing all of that sort of stuff in sort of, it's between Sydney and Canberra area. And it used to be the biggest jail back in the day, right? It's closed down now. And they used to send the maximum security prisoners there to be hung. And apparently it is absolutely horrendous. So I had a friend, and I'm not saying a friend of a friend, I'm saying a friend, and if you are watching, I'm not saying your name because you asked me not to, who used to do security there because, of course, people tried to break in and do the things that I would definitely not do, like, take photos and stuff. Definitely not do that. But he said he did it for, like, I think it was like 4 or 5 months. And after the first couple of days were fine. Like, first week, no problem, boring, normal security work. You know, you walk around, you're bored. Bullshit. And then he went into one of the rooms. Just one night, like, just went a little bit further in, whatever. And continued on seeing. But after that, he kind of felt different. He felt like he was being watched. Every day he'd come back. So every day, I think it was for, so he did a 5 on 5 off, 5 on 6 off. It doesn't matter. Does it really matter what shift he did? No, it doesn't. But every time he was there, as soon as he stepped foot on the ground for his night shift, he could feel someone watching him. And then after that, he started feeling tickles on, like, his neck and chest area, right? Like there. And he first he thought it was like a spider or something. And he was like, you know, just like rubbing it. Thought he might have had a rash and his cream, some shit. And this story does not have a good ending, by the way. Like, there's no final ending because it's an actual real story. So he was feeling all of this sort of stuff, and then he came home and he was like, he had like this little rash, right?
Oh no!
And he went to the doctor, and it like they went, yeah, it looks like you've been, you know, scratching it. And it was like, yeah, you know, I was feeling a bit itchy. And then, but then it continued on, and it continued on from here. The scratch ended up to halfway through his back. From there, chest to the middle of the back, had the same kind of issues. And it looked like he'd had like scratch marks, claws from there to there. They couldn't tell us who, like, they couldn't tell him who was in the room, anything like that. But he felt he was watched. He felt creepy feelings. He left that job. I think it was after, I think it was like, let's just make it up anyway. About 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Like, it wasn't a long time he stayed there, working there. But he swore to God, as soon as he left that job, he quit. He said, I'm not going there again, dropped his stuff off, gave it to the next person. He felt free, and all of that rash, gone.
Wow.
Like, he reckoned there was someone that's like, the spirit was like scratching on him or some shit. But like, that's not me. But yeah, that is secondhand? Yeah, that's secondhand, isn't it? You hear it from someone else. Yeah, but and he was not a believer in spirits at all. He just
until then.
Yeah, that one story he told me, and he never worked. So he used to always do security in like all of those kind of places,
Yep.
And he never did it again. He only did security during the day. And they want to do it at night. He's like, not listen doing it like a fucking Macca's or KFC. Then I'll do it there, or a nightclub, but I'm not doing it at a fucking penitentiary. Never doing it. So yeah, but yeah, there you go. That's another story.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Oh, thinking rope burns. I was sorry, just looking at the thing. So thinking rope burns. That's what I was thinking originally when I was talking about it too, because of the chest. But it looked like he was like being grabbed as he was walking. That's what it kind of looked like to me. Like when he was talking about it, he was like going like. So that's what I was like. I thought rope burns originally too when he was telling me about it, and then I thought, you know, change your fucking soap, you idiot. But no, apparently it was like being, because you know everyone gets rashes from new soaps. But yeah, no. Yeah, it was so weird, and I don't even know. Like, he still says he doesn't believe in ghosts, and I go, yeah, but you heard those things and you saw those things, you felt those things. He's like, yeah, but there's an explanation. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, an entity reached out and touched you. That's the explanation.
And that's why you won't work at night. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
100%. I'm just going to turn off my camera for just 1 second because my cat is just being a bit of a douchebag. So, cat...
So's mine. Mine's wandering up and down the hallway screaming.
Kelly has said I'm a charmer. Derek has said... I'm just going to call you Derek, darling. Has said, that's fucked up. Which it is so fucked up, man. 100%, darling. But do you guys have any ghost stories or anything like that? Like, I totally don't have a headset right now. I really hope this is worse than normal with my sound, because otherwise I'm wearing those fucking annoying headsets for nothing. You better tell me if you don't tell me, I will cry.
The sound is actually quite good, kid.
Fuck. that I'm wearing those annoying headsets. They sit on my head and they sit on my ears and I don't like them for no reason. I could just be sitting here doing this and having my cool headpiece on. Oh, fuck me dead.
The sound, your sound is actually coming through very well.
So I've actually moved my desk around and everything like that. So now my computer is actually on a block that's about this big, like a big wooden block. So maybe that makes, maybe all of the money I've spent on headsets is wasted, and I will cry.
No, a good headset's worth its weight in gold.
Yes, we'll find out. And remember, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. There is the Cat Lady conversation. So if you do come back tomorrow, around about the same time, there is another time, and that will be there. That'll be there as well. Why is my computer doing weird shit? BRB, good. It sounds good. Exactly. Okay, yeah, so cool. All right, where are we going next, my darling dove? Take me somewhere special.
Take you somewhere special.
Yeah.
Well, considering I started us off with the weird facts and the ghost tour stories, I think it's about time you came up with something.
I think I've got my boobs. I'm pretty much fine. I'm pretty sure I don't really have to say much. All right. Do we want to talk about ghosts again? Do we want to talk about sex? What do we want to talk about?
We can talk. Look, I can talk ghosts all night, and I still got a ton of stories.
I would love to talk ghosts, and I'm really fucking mosquito, motherfucking bastard, toffee apple. I'm gonna eat it in the fridge. Sorry, I love ghost stories. Like, so there's a place. Sorry, I almost pulled that up there. There's a place. If anyone knows Australia, we've got Canberra, we've got Sydney, we've got Newcastle over here. And we've got a place called Lemon Tree Passage. Now, Lemon Tree Passage is near Nelson Bay. Google it if you don't know. And there is a movie called Lemon Tree Passage. It's based upon one road. One road. This one road goes from the Newcastle Highway into Lemon Tree Passage. And the amount of cars, murders, like cars have gone missing, murders that have happened, unexplained things that have happened on that one road. It is a short stretch of road. It is, I don't know where you're from. Let's say, 80 kilometres. 50 kilometres, which would be like, what, 25 miles? Something like that. It's not long. It is a shit road. It is not paved properly. It has holes in it. It's horrible. But the amount of people that went missing, or the cars that went missing on this one stretch of road, is absolutely phenomenal. That they made a movie about it. The movie's all false. Like it's a, like Wolf Creek was actually about that serial killer, wasn't it? Yeah, Wolf Creek was about a serial killer. Not about a serial killer. But, I can't believe I forgot for a second Wolf Creek was about a serial killer. Idiot. But it's actually a really good movie. And it's actually filmed in Lemon Tree Passage on that one road. Shitty road. Broke my tyre once. Yep.
I'll have to look it up.
It's actually, yeah. Sure.
Speaking of roads, have you heard about Wakehurst Parkway in Sydney?
I don't think so.
Wakehurst Parkway connects the beaches.
1 second. Yep. My boobs are not haunted, Callie. My boobs are not haunted. They're not haunted.
No, Callie.
Actually,
she just means she's got boobs so she can get away with everything. That's what the girl means, Callie. Correct?
Jealous. Someone's jealous. Seriously, I actually had a whole outfit planned, but then it just my entire day went out the fucking window today. Oh my God. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to say that my boobs are not haunted. They're not full of ghosts. They are full of stuff that boobs are full of. Please continue.
Wakehurst Parkway.
Yes, please.
Connects Narrabeen through to Roseville in Sydney. And it is a very haunted stretch of road, believe it or not. There is report after report of people picking up hitchhikers a couple of kilometres into Wakehurst Parkway And just as they get in towards Roseville, the hitchhiker all of a sudden disappears out of the car.
Really?
And there's report
Oh,
after
gosh.
report after report. There's police reports where police have been called out to incidents like this. Brand new police cars, and then not being able to start them again, like they'll stop to talk to a motorist, not be able to restart the car, have to have the car towed. And this has been going on for basically ever since the road's been in existence, and nobody knows why.
We don't know what it was
Nobody
built
has
on,
got any
or
clue as to why.
was it-
Well, nobody knows of any murders or anything happening in the area, or any reason that this goes on, but it does.
That's crazy. Like, but then again, if you think about it, there are so many things in Australia and stuff like that that you don't actually know. You know, like how many things happened back before they decided to make Australia Australia. You know, like where they buried bodies, where they chucked them, where who knows?
Oh yeah,
There's so
yeah.
many stuff. It's like we are the unsung. What is it? We're the unsung country. We're the fucking something or other. Freedom of the earth. That's not right. You know, but like there is so much shit in Australia. There's so much history that we do not know because literally people would just dropped here and said, "Have fun,
Good
guys.
luck.
Bye." Smack them on the bum, give them a bag of wheat, and tell them to fuck off. Like
They didn't
literally.
even give them a bag. They didn't even give them a bag of wheat.
No, they probably smacked them on the bum.
A fellow that we knew when we first moved down here was working on one of the rather large properties here, and he had worked there for about 30, 35 years, and every day he walked past this building. The building had been locked the entire time. Nobody had been in there to the best of his knowledge. And one day his boss walked out and said to him, look, what we're going to do today is we're going to clean up this building and we're going to turn this into a conference centre. So the boss gave him the keys. He opened the door, and when he opened the door, guess what he found?
Dead body?
No, it was for want of a better term, it was cells. And it was literally cells. It was literally as the last prisoner had left it, was how he found it. There was manacles still chained to the wall. There was the broad arrow uniforms, if you know what that is.
I don't. What's that?
Broad arrow, the uniforms that they used to give the convicts, depending on the level of problem that they were blue and yellow, Parramatta colours, and also they had the broad arrow on it, which is what was used to denote a convict.
The thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And there was just heaps of these uniforms just lying around everywhere. When the last convict got their ticket of leave, they locked the door and nobody had been in there for like 130 years.
Oh, wow.
Yep, they just shut the door, locked it, that was it. Forgotten.
It's so crazy how much stuff there is around. Like, if you actually look,
Yeah.
I'd love if we could actually do that. So they do ghost tours in Canberra, right? And yes, we are just going to focus on ghosts right now because I'm so into this topic right now. But there's only one guy who does it, and that's someone the Yowie, someone. There's the Yowie dude. Yeah, there's the Yowie dude.
Yeah,
and
he does.
Yeah, and he manages to get us into like these really cool places. But I tell you what, the fucking bookings, like that, I've tried 3 times this year. That is a big fat lie because it's only the 10th. Last year, not this year. I tried 3 times to get onto the list. I wanted to book one so bad. They're expensive. They're stupid. I don't leave my house very much. But I wanted to go on one of his ghost hunts, like ghost tour thingies. I wanted to go to one of these amazing places. And it is beautiful. He sends Tim the Yowie Man. Thank you. Not Tim the Enchanter, Callie. Jesus. Fine. You may call me Tim. But, I'm if we get a ticket, Callie, if we can get a ticket to that, if anyone in Canberra can get a ticket, I will go with you. I want to go there and we will live stream it. It'll be amazing. I want to go there so bad. I will lick your elbow. I said elbow.
Well, we won't do ghost tours anymore. We figure we have been warned.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
After our experience, and we figure that was them saying, you've done enough. Don't do it again.
So you haven't done any of the Sydney ones. They're really cool. Like they go underneath the buildings, they go underneath the rocks. There's some beautiful things, like some of the architecture and stuff. Like I didn't feel anything when I was there, but it's absolutely beautiful. There's this one story where it's so beautiful. There's a man who went to a brothel and he was having sex with this woman who was drunk. And then she bit his dick off and spat it out the window.
Oh, lovely.
So beautiful. It really touches my heart. And that is right on that street near the rocks where you go up and then you go into the mall. Yeah, keep that in mind. Right there. Right there near that one big drain. That's where it happened.
Do you want to hear a really weird fact about the rocks?
You know I do.
Have you heard? Well, you know what the bubonic plague is?
Yes.
Do you know that there was an outbreak of the bubonic plague in the rocks in the very first years of the 20th century? A bad outbreak.
Really?
Killed hundreds of people. Yes, killed hundreds of people. And the New South Wales government actually employed people as rat catchers to go around and eliminate the rats.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't just give him. They didn't get the Pied Piper in.
No, they didn't get the Pied Piper in. No. He was too expensive. You know,
well,
governments
he doesn't
always
do his job anyway if you don't pay him. It's like a 30-day invoicing period. And the government doesn't pay that. Oh, that was a dumb joke. That was an accounting joke. It was a bad accounting joke. I've been doing most of my morning until about 1 o'clock. I was doing business development. Okay, guys. So I was doing a lot of accounting stuff, a lot of trying to build business, and that's why it worked in my brain. I'm so sorry. I'll say something like tits and boobs. I don't know. Pied Piper. No, someone says. Callie says the Pied Piper's fee was rather childish. Callie does not believe.
Come on, Kelly.
Yeah, Callie does not believe in ghosts, but does not want to go in haunted places. Derek has done a laughy face and a crying face. And yeah, that's basically what we got so far. But we got some lurkers, and I really appreciate that. We don't expect you to talk. We just want you to be here and enjoy it. If you want to talk, feel free to do so. We're not here to be scary, except for the ghost stuff. But yeah, definitely. Like, we really do appreciate you just being here. Thanks, Derek. We really appreciate you. Yeah. So, Derek, do you have any ghost stories? I can't wait. I can't wait for heaps long. But I'm actually going to take a really short break. If that's okay with you, David, I just need to take a short break.
That is most certainly fine, Mistress.
Thank you. Well, I shouldn't have to ask my permission, should I?
You shouldn't. No.
No, I need to use my lipstick because my lips are not red. They're not red. I told you to get me the red. Ugh. I will be back in 5 seconds. Actually, I'll be back when I'm back. You'll wait for me. Love you guys. Derek, you better be enjoying this. If you're not enjoying this, you're going to be in big trouble. I saw your message, Derek. Come on. Answer me. I want more than one heart. I want like 5 hearts. At least.
I cannot see you at the moment, Mistress.
I know, because I am sitting on the ground because I had to do a little stretch for my backy back.
Oh, okay.
But I want more hearts, Derek. Give me some more hearts, please. Come on. Message, hearts. More love.
Derek, the Mistress will not be denied.
100%. I can see a heart, and I want more of them.
Come on, Derek, you've got to give more than one.
Sad panda.
Indeed.
I even make my lips red. If you don't do it, I won't make my lips red. I want 3 hearts to make my lips red. Come on. It's the worst.
Perhaps you need to get a little aggressive with him, Mistress.
You must have to. Goodness gracious. I don't think he'd like it if I did. Maybe he'd like it too much. So, where are we up to anyway? What's going on?
Well, are we keeping on the ghost theme?
Yes, please. I'm enjoying it.
Alrighty, no worries. Well, how about the very first time I had a paranormal experience? Goes back to when I was probably about 6. I was asleep on the top bunk of the bed in my bedroom, and I got woken up by a cat going absolutely batshit crazy on the bed, screaming, hackles up, claws, all 4 feet of claws dug into me. And I opened my eyes, and the ceiling of my bedroom, which was immediately off the lounge room, was all red as if there was a fire, because there was a big open fire in the lounge room. So I thought, somebody must be up. So I hopped out of bed and walked into the lounge room. Sorry, rewind just a tad. As I'm sort of waking up, I'm looking at the red ceiling in the bedroom, and I can see the reflection of a chair moving. So here's me, little 6-year-old or whatever I was, thinking, yes, somebody must be up. So I got up and went into the lounge room, and there's nobody there. No fire on, no nothing. So I thought, that's really weird. So anyway, I go back to bed. The cat's still a bit freaked out. But anyway, eventually the cat settles down. So the next day I tell my sister about this. And she went, oh, I see. And she said, remember Mrs. So-and-so who Mum and Dad bought the house from? I said, yes, vaguely. Well, the reason she sold the house is her husband had a heart attack in his rocking chair in front of the fire, and she couldn't stay in the house anymore.
Really?
Yes.
Holy crap, Apple.
That was the very first time I had a paranormal experience.
Thank you, Derek. It took you a while, but I will take those hearts. Thank you very much. Wow.
Thank you, Derek. The Mistress appreciates it.
She does. Appreciates. Depreciate. Yeah, like there's so many things, there's so many times that people have had paranormal experiences, especially when they're younger. I think it's because we're more open to it. I remember, so I used to live up in Queensland, which I've mentioned, but my grandparents and my aunt, so my great grandmother and my great grandfather lived here. My auntie and uncle lived here in a block of land, massive, acres and acres and acres and acres. Horses and cows and fucking fiddles. I don't know what the fuck they do, but whatever they do with land. And it was one of those places that was definitely haunted. We'd go there every Christmas. So we'd go do our stuff on Christmas Day, come back, spend Christmas night there, wake up. Boxing Day was for all the family. And I'm talking like cousins, every single cousin, every second cousin, third cousin, the guy from the neighbour's cousin. Everyone was there. And there was always at least like one or two of the little kids that saw something. Every single time. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them, which really upsets me because I was, even as a very young child. Maybe it's because I was very into it and I was very, maybe because I was looking for it. But they used to have this big shed on this block of land. So they had the block of land house put up, and they had like an old sheep shearing shed, and they had, like fucking old Australia shit, right? Big divot in the middle, which you had to run up to be able to get up there. The water was all from the rain. You couldn't flush the toilet if you peed, that kind of stuff. Like proper Australian, Aussie country shit. But every single time one of the younger kids would say, near this sheep shearing shed, which was attached to the new part of the back of the house, which was like a lounge room. So it made like this big kind of living family room at the back. And then it would attach to the sheep shearing shed, which he used to put his tractor in, which he eventually died under. Different story. He was found dead under the tractor after about 12 or 18 hours he was found. Definitely should have just gone to the pub to become legless. Donk, donk, I say to my dead uncle. Sorry, darling. That's right. He was a bit of a wanker anyway, but I love him. Actually, no, he was really nice to me this one time that I was being abused by my brother, and I ran and hid, and he found me, and he sat there, and he told me, just talked to me about his tools. He was like, this is a lug wrench, this is a this, and that's all we talked about for about fucking 6 hours. Have a soft spot for him. Like, he was definitely on the spectrum, but he protected me. He was a good boy. But there was that one place that everyone, at least one or two of the kids every year, would say that they saw something.
Do you think they were pulling your leg?
No, they were too young to. They were little kids.
Young too?
Yeah, like they were younger than me.
Enough.
So first I heard it from. So I have an older cousin called Faith, who is much older than me, could be my mum. But she couldn't because she's beautiful, and if she ever watches this, which she never would because she's too religious, just saying, you're beautiful and I love you, mwah, and you look no older than 19. And then I was one of the younger ones. But then there were the group under, which were, the 5s and the 4s, and, saying, I saw a hand, I saw a this, I saw, I heard this voice. And there was always the same thing. There was this whistling and something being moved. That's it. Like, it's not a good story, but apparently in this one area, that's it. I don't like, it's an old block of land in the middle of, if anyone knows, like, Yatala, Australia, like in Queensland, that kind of thing, right near the main highway, there's all those big blocks of land. They used to own about, I think it was like 7 of the blocks. So it was massive. Like, you could basically do Princess Bride by yourself, the whole entire movie on this block of land. And they just sold it off as well. But, like, seriously, like, it was, like, I know it's not the greatest story. I know I'm not saying no one grabbed my arm or anything like that, but, like, I believe in this shit. Like, I really think that this stuff is real. And I think that some people can sense it better than others. And I think that some people are open to it. And I think that some people just, like, the ghosts need them more. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, they have that connection to this particular person for whatever reason. Like, they see them, they feel something about them, whatever, and they can connect. Fuck it. You know what I mean? If I'm a ghost and I find someone I can connect with, I'd bloody move a water bottle or rattle a chain or, move a fire or do some shit. I'd be like, just do whatever. Like, I've told my kid that if I die, I'm gonna, like, haunt them, and I'm just gonna like mess up their puzzle pieces and shit. I was gonna do the most annoying stuff, like put their butter out of the fridge in summer. Like, annoying shit. Or like remove that like one last chip and put it somewhere ridiculous. Just like annoying stuff to make them just know that I am there. It's still pissing people off.
Take their favourite coloured pencil out of the pack.
Exactly. Or like just take the tip of it and leave it in there. Just like take just the tip. So they know it's there. They can sit there and go, ooh.
Damn it, Mum, I've got to sharpen that again now.
Leave this much in a bottle of water. Yeah, things like that. Like just things that are just annoying that like they're not going to hurt you. They're just going to make you go, oh, that kind of shit. Like that's the kind of ghost I would be. And I
she's done it again. Oh. Bloody hell, will she stop doing this? It's getting annoying.
What'd you do?
What are you doing, girl?
Who knows?
Dearie me. So yes, look, I've got plenty of more ghost stories. I've got plenty of weird and strange and bizarre stories. So you tell me what you would like to hear.
Let me just quickly go through the messages here. Derek has had too many beers. Derek.
Okay.
Get it together and listen. Pay attention. Pay attention. Subscribe, follow, all that shit. Do that. Callie, you think the ghost should... No, ghosts don't have to do advanced haunting things. Haven't you seen, like, the movie Ghost? He sits there and he misses a penny. He just does a penny. That's fine. A little penny. It's fine. Ghosts don't need to be, like don't be a shit. You give me a shit ghost. We need to get the best top marks. We've got... Oh, Derek's in the US. Yay! Whereabouts in the US, darling? Tell us. Ghost has sex against a pottery wheel. I've had sex against a pottery wheel because of that movie. That movie has a lot to fucking answer for. It was uncomfortable. It was gross. It was sticky. I got in trouble with the teacher.
And you had a go at me last week for being an early starter.
It's not. It's a lie. It's all a lie.
I know. I just had to throw that in, girl. I
I had trouble with my primary school teacher. Oh, that's too much. Sorry, that's too much. Like I need to change my top because it's like I feel like I'm sagging a bit. All right, so you're fine, darling. Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have to tell us anything, darling. If you don't want to be a part of the conversation, you don't have to. Just enjoy yourself. It's a safe space. We're just here to talk. Let's have fun.
Talking about teachers doing naughty things.
Oh.
When I was on our Year 9 geography camp to Canberra.
Oh, this is a good excuse for me to get into a schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm turning my camera off. Okay, I'm still here.
Okay, so we were all in tents, girls on one side of the field, boys on the other. Now, myself and my tent mate were sitting up talking in the very small hours of the morning, very quietly so we did not get busted, and we hear a noise. And we sit and listen, and it's like, yes, we can actually hear a noise. So we just pulled the flap of the tent back a little bit so we could see what was going on. And coming out of one of the tents directly opposite, of course, where the girls are, was one of the teachers at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, cheeky fucker. Do you reckon he did a bit of a bang and run?
Oh, 100%. 100%. 2 girls.
Oh, do you reckon he had favourites? Well, I don't really want to know. They're cute. Oh,
well,
young, I'm sorry.
Apparently, it was quite well known that he liked the girls in year 9, 10, and 11.
Well, I mean, they're legal, aren't they? I guess.
Well, not while they're in year 9, they're not.
No. I think, well, we had at our school. Oh, I probably shouldn't. Oh, I don't think I can get in trouble for it. No, okay. One of the teachers at my school got a year 9 pregnant.
Oh,
he was the biggest sleaze.
Okay.
He would let you skip PE. Oh, yeah. Okay, he's a PE teacher. He would let you skip PE if you would hang out with him.
Okay.
Yeah. And he got someone in year 9 shows she was 2 years older than me. But he was already offering me as a year 7, who had no boobs, by the way. I saw a picture of me the other day. I'll have to share it on Facebook. I'll have to show it on Twitch one day. I'm blonde, no boobs. I look like a child because 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 are children. Children.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I look like a child. And I'm looking at it going, how can people go, oh, I totally date a 17-year-old I date. I'm like, I'm a kid there. Look at me. This is an adult. Right? I'm a kid. That's like, fucking Pokemon differences. I wanted to make a Pokemon reference, but I can't think of it. All I can think of is Jigglypuff and Clefairy, but they're not even related. Can some nerdy person make up one and just write it like as a thing? Please. PE teachers tend to be that type. Well, I was actually talking to a friend of mine who was here today, and he was talking about the other PE teacher. Do you like the schoolgirl thing? Except the boobs are just like, they keep growing. Every time I blow enough, my boobs grow. Talking about the other PE teacher was a female. And apparently she looked like a small, blonde, very attractive woman. And apparently she didn't bang the boys.
Look, that does not surprise me because that's sort of the vibe I got with the PE mistress at our school.
Mm-hmm. PE mistress, calm down. Don't say PE mistress. Mistresses do not bang children.
Speaking of the school that I went to in PE, in the change rooms, now, slow starters here. It took us about 2 years, maybe a little bit more, to realise that the wall between the boys and the girls didn't go all the way to the ceiling in the shower block.
Oh, no!
It
so there's like a gap?
About 14, 15 inches.
Mind the gap, bitches. Jesus Christ. So
anyway,
stuck your peen through it?
Sorry. I didn't quite catch what you said.
I said something really inappropriate. I said, did you stick your peen through it?
No.
I'm sorry. That was when her voice just came out without thinking.
The movie that's the movie Porky's. So anyway, once we discovered this, we worked out that we could quite easily lift ourselves up so we could look over the top for the boys looking down into the girls' side. Now, keeping in mind that we're all the same age, and we're doing this one day, very, very quiet. And that's what gave us away because we were all very, very quiet. Mm-hmm. And the head of the PE department snuck in, saw what we were doing, did exactly what we did and pulled himself up onto the petition, and then said,
"No, don't.
Get the F down," after he had a good look as well.
Oh, yeah, they have to have a good look first, don't they? Oh, little perv.
Of course.
So many PE teachers tend to be that type. Hang on, I think I've got... Hang on, I've got more. More. I know. I'm not going to lie, I never understand Cat anyway. Callie, I will punch you. I am more easy to understand than you are, you butt-faced butt gurgler. Sorry, I'm just going through all the things. Nothing. Nonsense, laughing, joking. I went to a school where one of the head teachers had an office opposite the girls' change rooms, which no one considered weird, because some female teachers were stationed in the other offices across the boys' change rooms, until they found out one of the bricks in the office was not secured. That is gross as fuck. It would not surprise me, though. Like, let's be honest. The creepiest teachers in the world. Hey? Actually, my photography teacher was an absolute creepoid. So you go into the dark room, and he liked to try to help.
All right, so I've just got to ask something here about the missing brick, or the loose brick. Was it a viewing window, or was it a glory hole?
Oh, what teenage girl would be like, oh, what's that coming out of my thing? Is it a monster? Goggle. No one's going to goggle that shit.
Hey, look, it depends on what school you go to, girl, let me tell you.
Well, what school did you go to? I went to the worst high school in Canberra. Now it's a good one, but when it was one of the worst ones, and we were not allowed to have school dances. We weren't allowed to have like anything. If we had an event, it had to be at our school because no one else would insure us because we were the bad school. No one there probably still would have gargled a cock that came through a wall.
I went to
Maybe
the second
three
most...
people that I can think of. And if you're watching this, I hope you're having a really good time with your husbands.
I went to the second most violent school in New South Wales. So good that beside the principal's car space, there was a space marked police.
Oh. Hang on. We've got someone says it's creepy. Kelly never asked why it was there. Derek doesn't like hearing about these stories. Yeah, well, life is a bit creepy, man. If you don't want to hear about it, then just hang around a little bit longer and we'll change the subject a little bit. No, but these things happen, man. Like it's a bit creepy. Except then I got a smelly. Oh, got an ad. Apparently they've got an ad, so they can't hear me talking. They can just see me.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like really vocal with my hands because they can't actually hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
Something like this.
So if we tie your hands behind your back now, you won't be able to speak.
Let's do this. Let's grab the rope out. I really like this top, actually. Do you like it?
I cannot say much because basically the picture is a thumbnail.
Oh. It's good, though.
Good.
It's like a pink and blue plaid. I'll chuck my boob into it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's like a pink and blue plaid with like a little bow in the middle.
With a little bow, Yep.
It's cool, good one.
Uh-huh.
That break ends in 15 minutes, 12 seconds. 15 minutes.
So do you want to do a reverse, how shall I put this? A reverse fake ID?
Explain.
Many years ago, I ended up at a luncheon, a business luncheon, with a very, very well-known Sydney detective. Mm-hmm. And we got talking over lunch and whatnot. And he did a presentation, then had a question and answer session. And, I asked a few questions, and he actually questioned me on how old I was. And I told him how old I was, which at the time was 23. And he called me a liar. And I said, well, no, I'm not. I actually am. And I said, look, here's my ID to prove it. And he looked at my ID and told me it was fake.
What?
Okay. Yeah, told me it was fake. And I actually really took him back then because I said to him, if I was going to create a fake ID, why would I create one that is a restricted driver's license? And he, after a couple of minutes, tended to agree, and he and I then spent the entire afternoon getting incredibly drunk.
Oh, no!
To the point where we had to be driven home. He had to leave his police-issue vehicle in the car park, and I had to leave my company car in the car park because we were too drunk to drive.
Oh, the amount of times I've been too drunk to drive. Like, I don't do that anymore, but I used to get so, like... Oh. Sometimes you end up just getting too drunk to drive, just leaving your car, moving on. But yeah, I don't do that anymore. But still, goodness gracious.
What, you don't drink or you don't drive?
Both.
Both. Uh-huh.
I'm a good girl, as much as I can possibly be.
Okay.
So do my best.
Okay.
So you call that
do you want to hear? Yes. Do you want to hear a funny drinking police story?
Love to. Does everyone want to hear that? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We definitely do.
Okay.
100%.
A friend of mine used to be a police officer in the UK, and that's where he and his wife met when he was in the coppers.
Yeah.
And so anyway, as the police back in the day tend to do, they used to like to drink while they were on duty, especially if it was a quiet night. So anyway, he and his offsider one night decided to go out and do a bit of a pub crawl after hours. So they'd go and knock on the back door and the public can let them in and they'd have a few drinks and then they'd move on to the next one. And anyway, during the course of the overnight shift when this was taking place, they lost the police car. Now, they didn't know. They lost it. Couldn't find it.
Yeah.
They didn't know what had happened. They thought it must have been stolen. So anyway, they go back to the station and they report that their patrol vehicle had been stolen. So that was okay. Massive amount of paperwork. A couple of days later, they turn up for work and they get called straight away into the sergeant's office. And the sergeant said, so, your patrol van got stolen on whatever it was, Tuesday night. And they were like, yes, definitely. Yeah. Did you have the keys? Yeah. We took the keys out of the car, blah, blah, blah. He said, well, where are the keys? And they said, we don't know. We lost them. And he said, well, can you please explain to me why we found the van in the lane behind the pub, jammed between two telegraph posts with the keys in it, in the on position. We think he left the engine running and it ran out of fuel.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh shit. Oh, fucking drinking and driving is bad, guys. Do not drink and drive. We do not condone drinking and driving on this channel, or drugs and driving, or sleeping and driving, or just fucking just driving and being a dick. None of that.
All right. Here's another one for you.
We've got it. Yeah, everyone is just it's just positive about that. Yes, they're in agreement. That is dumb. Okay.
Here's another one. These are all historical facts, ladies and gentlemen. All historical facts. So, a friend of mine was a senior sergeant at the second busiest police area in New South Wales. That's all I'm going to say. And what they used to do, if it was quiet, they'd go down to a major hotel on the Great Western Highway. And they would be drinking. So anyway, the entire shift one afternoon is down there. Uniform, detectives, the entire station's down there on the piss. Coppers drink really heavily, if you don't know that already, people. They drink heavily.
I dated some.
And so anyway,
they go nuts on their nights off. Oof.
Yep. Not even on their nights off. Sometimes when they're on duty, they go nuts as well. So these guys were all on duty, all in uniform, patrol cars, unmarked cars, everything in the car park. And all of a sudden, their two-way radios, the portables that they had, start going absolutely batshit crazy. There's a huge high-speed pursuit that started in the CBD of Sydney and is making its way west. So all of these guys jump straight up, out to the cars, lights and sirens, off to intercept this pursuit.
You still can't drink on beer, Derek. You still can't drink on beer. Just saying.
Yeah. So they only made one mistake.
Sorry, Di.
They only made one mistake. When they came out of the car park of the hotel, they didn't go across to go into the city-bound lanes. They turned straight into the westbound lane. So there's all these patrol cars, lights and sirens, because of course one follows the other, all going the wrong way into head-on traffic, all the police extremely over the limit.
Oh no.
I believe one of the cars was involved in an accident.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that good? We've got an Callie drinks Pepsi. Yeah, Callie. I know you drink Pepsi. You're not getting drunk on Pepsi. If you get drunk on Pepsi, you weirdo. And Derek doesn't drive.
Okay. Callie, you can get drunk on Pepsi. You've just got to put vodka in it.
I know for a fact Callie is not a drinker at all.
Oh, okay.
She's very much not at all. Doesn't touch a bar. I've offered her before some nice bits and pep. Is that even attached? That's not even attached to anything. Explain to me how this is going to be helpful.
What is that you're holding?
It is a charger that was attached to a tablet that was attached to my power cord, like my power fucking tower. That is
and
not.
it's not attached to anything anymore, so it's doing
not.
a wonderful job charging. It's doing a wonderful job charging.
I was going to put my phone on charger, going, oh yeah, fine. I finally got a free charger.
Dearly. So do you want another funny police story?
Oh, yeah. Does anyone have a problem with that? Or, you don't drink booze, is expensive. Pepsi is not expensive. Yes, we know Pepsi. We're not selling Pepsi. If anyone wants to buy Pepsi, Pepsi is the only one. There you go, Callie. I've done a thing. You're trying to market it. Okay?
That's all right. That's all right, Callie. I prefer Pepsi to Coke. So let's have a vote, people. Do we want a drinking story?
Wait, I used to like flavored Pepsi. So back when I was a little kid, they used to have this box of Pepsi that came out, and it was only for a limited time. And there was like a raspberry Pepsi, a mango Pepsi. Like there was like, you get like 3 cans of each in a box. It's like a tropical pack of Pepsi. And it was one of the last times I remember seeing my dad and my uncle. My dad's very, very long past, and my uncle is in Canada, so I never see him. But that was one of the last times I remember getting a tropical Pepsi in my hand because I thought it would taste weird, but it would make me look older and would make them want to talk to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you said it had all a variety of different cans. Because when you said box of Pepsi, first thing that came to mind was goon of Pepsi.
I'm not goon of fortuning. I was a child. I was literally like, maybe 7, maybe.
So if you're such this well-behaved young lady as you're portraying yourself as, how do you know about goon of fortune?
I'm from Australia. I watch other people do things that are naughty, and I would never do any of them. If anyone comments any different, I will slash your tires.
So, Derek and anybody else that's listening overseas, we have a game in Australia called Goon of Fortune.
I actually talked to my friend about this today. We were talking about Goon of Fortune.
So what we do is we have wine in Australia in boxes, usually 5 litres. I said that right, 5 litres. So
we do a big here.
We do a big, yeah. So you pull out the lining bag of the box of wine, and with one corner, you grab a peg and you peg it to the Hills hoist. Now, if you don't know what a Hills hoist is, it's a rotary clothesline.
Like this.
Yep.
Over a street. There you go. Yeah.
And then what somebody does is somebody starts drinking from the goon bag, as we call it, and then someone else spins the clothesline as fast as they can, and whoever can hold on the longest is the winner.
Oh, we do it differently. We put one on either corner, so we've got 4 corners of your Hills hoist. So it goes like this, a Hills hoist, right, anyone in America goes like that, right? And then it's got like metal around it, it's clothesline. 1 on either corner, so there's 4. And then you spit it, and whoever it lands on has to scuff. And then they spin it. It's like for 5 seconds or whatever, but you have to sit there. And when it's really, really full, when you push that button, it is aggressive. It is an aggressive college guy getting right down your throat. Sorry, that was a really bad joke, and I'm standing by it. But it was like, it's right, like you'll have to swallow hard or you will die. And then he does it again, and then does it again, and you have to hope that you're not in the wrong spot every time. And because goon is cheap wine, which makes it alcoholic enough, but also real shit. Mad hangovers, you feel like shit, too high in sugar, everything about it is bad. Never play Goon of Fortune to anybody. I think I half remember playing it once. I half remember. I used to party a lot, and I half remember once.
There's only one thing worse than Goon.
Mm-hmm.
Passion pop.
Oh, that is like sugar. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, it's like $4 or something. It was released in the Crystal Pepsi never came out in Australia. I don't think it did. Crystal Pepsi? So
No,
they're
I've
like
never
a
seen it.
lemonade type of thing. Yeah, it came out in the US in the 1990s apparently. Mango Pepsi is the bomb. Pepsi Max with mango flavoring is great. Yeah, no, I don't think Crystal. We used to have this thing that came out that was really, really good. I don't remember what it was called, but I loved it so much. It was a clear drink. It was a soft drink, and it tasted like random things. Like there was a peach flavor. There was a strawberry one. It was meant to be like a mineral water, but I 100% think it was just literally cordial. So good. It made me feel like I was so really cool when so this is when I was in Queensland, so I would have been about 7ish, and we used to go from the train station to the KFC before walking up to the mall, and it was like this fizzy drink that was clear but it tasted nice, and it said it had vitamins in it, so it made you feel good. Does anyone know what I'm talking
Mount
about?
Franklin flavoured mineral waters.
I love Mount Franklin flavoured mineral waters. Then I'm gonna make my own fucking mineral waters. I've got a soda fresh, soda stream thingy. Let's make my own mineral water. Add some fucking fruit to it. Delicious. Add some fucking tea bags. So good. Pepsi Blue. Did we get Pepsi Blue? Do you know Pepsi Blue?
Not to the best of my knowledge, no.
What did Pepsi Blue taste like? Does it taste like blue? Soda streams do rock. They do. What is blue?
They do, yes.
I need to know. I need to know right now. What does Pepsi Blue taste like? You can't remember. That's not helpful. Does it taste like the color blue? Does it taste like the idea of blue? Does it taste like the general ambience of blue? Does it taste like the idea of being blue in a poetic sense? Am I just going to keep saying random shit until you... It tastes blue. It tastes very blue. All right, it's very blue.
Maybe Pepsi Blue was made by Mr. White.
What, from like Breaking Bad?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like crack?
Yeah, because his signature was blue.
Tastes like crack. Oh, was it? I haven't watched it. I wasn't allowed to watch Breaking Bad.
His signature, his meth was blue. And everybody else's was crystal. His was blue.
Was it?
So maybe he sidelined and, subcontracted to Pepsi.
It looked like toilet cleaner, apparently. It was very blue. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I've never watched it. I've heard good things. I've heard about I'm the One Who Knocks. So I've seen the little bits and pieces like that. But I've never actually watched the TV show. I wasn't allowed to.
You must.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to. My fiancé at the time didn't let me. But that was like a million years ago. So
there's only one TV show that I would actually rate higher than Breaking Bad, and that is The Americans.
I haven't seen The Americans either. Kelly has said
that
she got halfway through.
Charts.
She got halfway through season 2 and stopped. She doesn't know why though. Derek has said never got it here. Oh, you never got blue there. Okay. At one point. Okay. Yeah. So.
Blue Pepsi or blue meth?
Both. Either. Neither. If you get blue meth, don't tell us here. Send weird. No, don't send meth here. I mean, I was going to send emojis.
Whatever you do not send this. Do not put it in the post.
I just realized you can see my bed, man. I've changed my entire setup, and this is so I've still got so now I've got chips, an empty packet of chips sitting there, and my blankie. Oh, this is a really cool blankie that I got sent. Thank you so much, by the way, Little John, right there. This is my blankie, and it is a snuggle. I love it. It's beautiful, and it goes really well with my new mouse mat, which I sent you a picture of. So yes, if it wasn't so hot right now, I'd be snuggling in it, but I'm just going to put it over here till it's wet. Because I'm
Mistress,
sweating.
please tell me you don't eat chips in bed.
No, I don't. I do.
Good.
I do what I want. Look, if I want to eat chips in bed, I will eat chips in bed. If I want to... No, I don't eat chips in bed. That's disgusting. There just happened to be an empty packet of chips on my bed. And I just realised that you could see everything here. I just realised the entire setup was there. But whatever. It's
beds are not
Kelly, I do
chips.
not, you liar. Kelly said she totally does. How would you know, you butthead? And apparently, okay, sorry, I've got to go back a little bit. Looks like toilet cleaner. Yes, we've done that one. Never got meth. Yes. 2002, between 2002 and 2004, apparently we got Pepsi Blue. And I do not eat chips in bed. Because I'm never in bed. I will fight you on that. But I mean, you're full of shit. Come here and say that. Pardon me? Fisticuffs of Dawn. If anyone doesn't know, Callie's my BFF in real life. So you know, I'm not just threatening randos, but I will.
But you will.
I will threaten randos.
The mistress is getting serious, ladies and gentlemen.
100%. All flowers in my hair and shit. I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
Oh, I wish we could play songs. How good would that be? Oh.
Yeah, well, we can't do that anymore. We got told.
Yeah, no, there's so much trouble. So anyone doesn't know, we were on the radio and we got in trouble because I kept saying shit. I actually have no idea what I said either. I don't know.
You weren't the only one saying shit.
I know, but I don't even know what I said. Like, and then everyone's going, "What did you say?" I'm like, I literally don't know. I don't know what I said. I don't know what happened.
We just got a little wild. One thing led to another, and
isn't that how things are meant to happen? Which is why we're here.
We started off with an M18 plus theme. We quickly descended to R, which went from there into X, and we had a great time.
I really enjoyed it, which is why we're here. And
yes.
Which is why, oh God, we've gone way over time, but who gives a fuck, hey? Because you know what?
Exactly.
This is our channel, and we can go do what we fucking want. But we love you guys so much, and please come back for the next one. And you guys are amazing. Did you want to keep going, or are you ready?
Yeah, I'm happy to keep going.
Right, I just need like a 2-minute break, so you keep talking about like a ghost theme, and I need
put us on BRB because I'm going to go and do something quickly, and I'll be back.
Okay, I'm not going to change my outfit this time. Maybe.
Oh, please.
Okay, I will. Okay. BRB, babies. Outfit change on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. certainly did.
Well, underlay.
Underlay. Indeed, my dear. So there you go. There's another weird little ghost happening that has occurred along the way. So, Mistress, what are you doing in the darkness?
I'm just living here. Apparently, I fucked everything up. The system is a little bit fucked up there. That's all right. No problem. We're all good. I'm still here.
We're all good.
I'm still here. Wait.
There we go.
No. Too much light. Too much light. Forgot about the light.
Don't
go towards light. Don't go towards light. Shiny.
Ah, yes, no, definitely not. Yes, so what else is
Alright.
going on here? We're all having a good time? Oh, got a good amount of viewers. Good guys. If you just feel like just hanging out and watching, feel free to do so. If you want to chat, please do. We're just doing this and we're just having our fun and just hanging out, babes. So what are we talking about? We're talking about ghosts still.
It's Mistress Sexy Talk time.
Mistress Sexy Talk time. Oh, God. Put me on the spot. Someone help me. I don't know what I'm doing. Ghost Well, I don't know. What do you want to say, you weirdos? So, random...
A time that you've had to fake it. And I mean had to fake it.
So that's stop.
So it's stop.
Which time? There are so many because, like, guys, like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do a great job. Look, chicks can't come. No, that's not true. A lot of chicks cannot come from the P in the V. Okay, you need to get all up in this business. Okay, I can draw you a diagram if you want. It's really easy. A, B, C, D. Easy. You can get a chick to come in like 5 seconds. Easy, you got it. But a lot of chicks do not do this. And if you sit there and then you just rub them raw, they just want you to stop. Please, just give me a break. And I'm very, like, I'm going to be very honest here. I'm very small downstairs. I'm a very, I'm a little lady. And we come in all shapes and sizes. Does not mean that we've slept with a lot of people. I've banged a bunch. But I'm still very small downstairs. So you can't just sit there and just, like, jam it in. It's not a fucking sledgehammer. Calm down. And then they expect it to all, like, oh, yeah, we're doing it now. You're going to come. It's like, well, there are so many other things. Like, I get turned on by emotional and sometimes just by talking to somebody. Like, I can come just talking to somebody. They don't even need to fucking do anything. They don't even need to touch me. I can come. I come in my sleep. I can come like this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'd probably come if I really tried right now. But, like, just don't pound on a girl. Just treat her like a little sweet kitten. Just like it. And when she goes, oh, keep doing it.
I'm going to address this comment to the gentlemen that are watching here.
Mm-hmm.
There is an old saying, and it is very true. The lady always comes first.
Hey, oh, I love that. Do you know,
Always.
that is not...
Always.
Wolfie's been timed out. Wolfie, what did you do? What the fuck did you... Okay, so Wolfie, one of my BFFs IRL, said, what the fuck did I walk into? And he's got timed out. He's like, fuck. Darling, we were talking about ghosts, now we're talking about sex. If you'd like to be a part of it. And then we've got Native Ranger. Hello, Red Darling, how are you? Every time I come to the screen, yeah, I've changed my outfit 3 times. So what did I start with? What did I start with? I started with the swimsuit with the skulls. And then I put on the schoolgirl outfit. And then I put on this one.
Yes.
Normally I charge for this. If anyone wants me to change it again, feel free to send some money. Because I'm really, really poor on copyright. What else have we got? Fucking auto mods. Yes, I know. Callie, we'll have to change that, hey. Can you remind me? The title right there is Sex and Ghosts. Hey, we talked about ghosts. Oh, no.
We spent a heap of time talking about ghosts.
I misread what Callie said. She said, It's right there at the title. It's Sex and Ghosts. Just missed the ghosts. All good. 1,000 parts. What the fuck? Ads. Ad broke. Oh, there's an ad in progress right now.
Okay.
No worries.
I was going to write. So about 10 seconds. No one can hear us yet. 5 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Do you need to run off and do anything?
I was just going to write sorry on here, but now they're back. And my pen doesn't work anyway. I was going to write sorry. We were talking about, we were going through reading your stuff, and then I was going to write sorry, but my pink pen stopped working. So if anyone goes through my gift basket and wants to buy me a present, I need more pink pens.
Pink pens.
Do you hear that, everybody?
I love
The Mistress needs pink pens.
Pink Friction pens. These are my favourite pens. Can you see them? Can you see? No, you can't.
And the Mistress must always be obeyed, and the Mistress wants pink pens.
Yeah. I don't even need to do anything with it. Like, it just sits. I can put it anywhere. Yeah.
I was trying to be serious here, trying to get you some pens or some money or something.
Someone send me pens. I'll roll them over my boobs. Lucky pen, thanks, Callie. Well, you know, at least something needs to be lucky.
Alright, here's one for you.
Callie said, Cat doesn't do serious. I do, look. Look, I can do this. I can do this. No, I can't. This bad boy doesn't want to play.
Kelly, I know she doesn't do serious. We're at uni together. I know this.
We're in class together in February, so I am going to do that class.
We are.
Cool. Alright, so here's one for you. What's a surprise that you have gotten in the bedroom that you were not expecting?
P where I thought a V would be.
Okay.
Which is fine with me, because I don't care what's hearts, not parts. It's normally something that I normally discuss beforehand. Do you know what I mean? Like, normally I know if people around me if I'm going to be going there. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of a sudden I felt a P. And I went, oh, okay, cool. I just have to change my act a little bit, you know. You do a different thing with a P than you do with a V. You know, that's all it was. That was a bit of a shock, to be honest. I had no clue.
Completely blown me out of the water.
I had no clue.
That would be a shock. That would be a huge shock.
And it was something that I didn't like. It was a friend of a friend, but there was no hint that, like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But it did bother me. We had an amazing night.
It hadn't come up, and they didn't tell you.
It did come up. And they didn't need to tell me. Because I got it. No, earlier in the conversation didn't come up. No.
Yes.
But yes, we had an amazing night anyway, and they're lovely, and they are now married in Melbourne, I believe.
Okay.
Last time I spoke to them. And they're lovely. They had the whole thing sorted. And if you're watching, I love you. I'm not saying your name. Mwah. I adore you, and you take really good care of that puppy, because otherwise, I'll tell you what, I'll fight you. They have this really cute little puppy.
Cool. No worries.
Oh, hang on. My view on sex is it's like a tennis ball. You got to find the right partner. Practice as often as you can. Try not to get hit in the face by balls. Score at least 40 times before love, just like scoring in tennis. 15, 30, 40 love. Aww, I love you, Wolfie. You're the best. That's so cute. It's so true. I would prefer to have the option to be hit in the face with balls a little bit more often, but that's okay. So yeah, 1,000% agreed. And then we got people talking about the bot. All is good, my native ranger. Hello, my darling. How are you? And so okay, including this morning, that means I've changed my outfit just on stream 5 times. Just on stream.
Okay.
And then 3 times other time. So 8 times today, if you talk about all the time. But that's okay, though, because I had to do things, like move things. I still haven't built my chair. My chair came today!
Nice.
I'm so excited. I've got a proper, like, pink chair. It's got, like, proper back and It's like OHS friendly, and I can actually sit in it through all of my fucking days of sitting in my computer. So excited. And my friend was meant to build it for me, but he didn't. And I'm going to clip this. I'm going to send it to him. Callie, can you clip this, please? Because we need to send it. How much do you build my chair?
I'm sorry, it's a little bit too far for me to come up and build your chair for you. So, unfortunately, you'll have to get somebody else to do it. I know, it's terrible of me. It's just not good enough. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of this, and I can sense your disappointment through the screen.
I'm horrified and randomly distracted by how shiny my boobs are. Two things. Like, they are so shiny. Sorry, I'm so sorry. They're really shiny. I'm like, I feel like I should be like not distracting traffic or some shit. What do you got? This is how the rise of the machine starts. Oh, apparently you're echoing again, darling.
Oh, okay. I obviously wasn't holding the microphone close enough.
Yeah, let's try again. Is this better? Try it.
How's that?
Is that better, darling? You got a BRB, and this is when Skynet kicks in. Why? Why is Skynet kicking in? Because we're not giving enough blowjobs.
Who's posting the rise of the machines in Skynet?
No, but now I've got a thing called Cat Needs a Something. I've got a clip called Cat Needs a Something. Okay. Cat needs a chair built, probably. Oh, thank you. Thanks,
Callie. Who's posting Rise of the Machines?
Oh, that's Callie. Callie said...
Okay, right,
Skynet kicks in 2029, and I cannot wait. Fast Wolf cited, don't go around blaming Wolfie for your nonsense, Callie. Wolfie is new here. Wolfie is lovely. You do not go around blaming the other kids. You take responsibility of yourself. I'll whip you. That's not a whip. It's a handcuff. And I don't know why it's there. But the threat's there. I thought it was going to be the whip. Where's the whip? There it is.
Don't you find it interesting, ladies and gentlemen, that Mistress has these so close to hand at all times?
You have no idea what's attached to my actual bed. Callie does. Fast Wolf, this is how the rise machine preventing us from using messages. What? This is how the rise machine starts, preventing us from using messages. Don't ask, don't tell. Hides. Don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask, don't tell what? My nose hurts. We've been on for a lot longer than normal. That's okay. We're on for almost 2 hours. We've still got viewers, babe. Go ahead. Tell another story.
Tell another story. What would you like me to tell a story about? I've got heaps.
I would like... I don't know, guys. What do you want to hear a story about? Come on, give me something.
All right, I've got one.
Throw me a bone. I mean, I don't want your bone. Just throw me a bone.
Oh.
I know I can. Yeah.
A number of years ago, I was working in an industry as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be this gentleman that would come in quite regularly. And his wife kept him on such a tight leash that she would give him $5 a day to pay for lunch. And he used to save all these $5 up. And when he had enough money, he would come in and pay for the services of one of our ladies, all in $5 notes, because $5 a day was all his wife would give him.
Oh.
And we wonder why he was there.
Oh, my Lord. Oh. $5 a day. What can you do for $5 a day nowadays? First date?
Well, considering it was...
Derek said first date. Did I miss something? Probably.
First date?
That's good. First date. You're my first date? My first date, I was in year 2. I went and had pasta and sauce with a boy called Timothy. And if you see this Timothy, I remember we're still engaged. And that was in Queensland at Eagleby Primary School. We went and had pasta and sauce at his grandma's house, and it was sour cream and chives. And he touched my hand as I got out of the chair. That was my first date. And anything else is ridiculous because I never went on dates because boys are dumb. No. No, but that was my first date, and I remember that. I remember that so vividly.
That is very cute that you remember it so well, because I cannot remember my first date.
I bet you the thought of his name, though. Like, his name's probably like John or Puff and Fresh or some shit, but for some reason I remember it being Timothy. I remember him being like a little boy with like curly hair and like mismatched shoes, and you know what I mean? Like, but I remember I loved him and we were going to be married. I went to his grandma's house.
I can remember my first girlfriend, but I can't remember my first date.
God. I can't remember so much shit, hey.
My first girlfriend was in 3rd class, so I would have been 9. But I cannot remember my first date. I don't know whether it was her or whether it was somebody else.
I don't remember my first date, actually, either. Like, my first proper date. My first real boyfriend. We never went on dates. We just had sex in the caravan. Made out in the caravan until we had sex. Come on, I'm not easy. And yeah. I don't remember what my first date was, hey. How weird is that? Does anyone remember their actual first date? So is that good enough? That's good. Yeah, that I don't actually remember what my first date was. I remember I dated, hey, if you guys are watching, I dated Matthew Visser. Booyah, bitches. Right there. Dated you. And I dated Mark Belay in primary school. Yeah. Damn straight I remember you. I actually did say to one of them that I would do that and throw out their name. So, because they were like, you're not going to do it. I'm like, fuck yeah, well, I'm going to throw out your name into something. And now I had a reason to do so. So I'm not going to say which one that was, but that is going to happen. Name drop, bam. So, they're good guys.
So only 2 boyfriends in primary school?
Oh, no, you change boyfriends at lunchtime. But often it was either Mark or, and then it was Clinton, Jackson. There was a couple of other people. You know, I was at a very small school.
So
you change all the time, and the boyfriends would like, oh yeah, you're my boyfriend now. Primary school bullshit. And then high school.
And then you get your friend to go over to your boyfriend with a note and give him the note saying, "You're dropped."
One of them tried to push me into the bathroom, so I locked them in there. I went and stole the keys. I went and stole the keys from the janitor, locked the boys in the bathroom.
Hey, that would have been cool, especially in high school, because that's where everyone smoked. Because there was a secret corner around the back of the boys' toilets where everybody would duck in and have a quick durry.
Yeah, we used to have this area, so our school's kind of like, high school's kind of like let's go horseshoe-ish, with like a bit in the middle and then it goes around. So it's more like a donut. Let's go donut. So in the middle there's like the seniors quad area, which is basically a bit of fucking bamboo, and it makes you feel good to be there because you're old enough. On the other side, there's like a, fucking farm and some other bullshit. It's a shit school. It's basically, it's horrible. So we used to smoke everywhere. The one place we weren't allowed to smoke was where the teachers smoked. And if you climb through the roof at the right part, anyone who goes to Camden High School, if you go into the 3rd art room, if you go to the 2nd opening bit, you push that through, you climb up, you can get up onto the roof real easy. And then there's this one vent. There's a ladder that you can get down. And that puts you into... Don't do that. Also, if you climb through there and you just keep going straight through, you can get literally through the entire school. It follows the entire one through. Just don't do that. It's bad. We do not condone that on this channel. I did not do that heaps of times in high school.
I never bothered. I just wanted to get the F out of there. I didn't want to be there, and the more I didn't want to be there, the worse I became.
I was just so bored. I was just so bored. I'd do my work, and then I was just in there going, ugh. And then
see, I wouldn't even do my work.
Oh, really? So I did my work. I was fine. Like, I got straight A's and shit. But then one of the teachers realised I was bored. And if you watch this at all, You're the greatest teacher ever. Thank you so much. She actually realised that there was something going on and that, like, I could do my work. I could do everything like that. I was just really fucking bored. And then I'd play up. And then she was the first person who kind of delved into a little bit of stuff. So she'd go, okay, if you finish your work, you can go and sit outside and read. Or you can go outside and have a smoke. I won't be there. You just go in. You know what I mean? Like, she'd go and let me go have a smoke. She'd let me go and just fuck around. Which was really good because I was playing up with people that weren't finishing their work, but, like, she was that first one that actually kind of realised that I was just understimulated. So she'd give me books, she'd give me extra stuff, she'd give me uni reading work, she'd give me all this kind of thing. She was the only teacher that ever believed in me. And she's fucking beautiful. Love her to death. I have no idea where the hell she is. I don't want to say her name, plus I can't remember it right now. If anyone remembers it, text me. She was a science teacher, glasses, proper nerd looking, came in high school. She's kick-ass. I love her. She smells faintly of poo all the time.
But see, I was always in trouble for other reasons. It wasn't because I was bored, it was because I hated the place. Absolutely with a passion.
You were just a naughty
boy. No, well, see, when I was in high school, I was on my own. My parents had fucked off, so I was actually on my own.
From what age?
12 and a half.
You were by yourself from 12 and a half?
My parents would disappear on a Thursday evening and reappear either Monday night or Tuesday night.
Fuck. You could do that back then, hey? You could just be like,
Yeah.
But
I was
name drop. I'd be amazed if that's still there. Oh, it is still there. I actually checked when I went because Lily does bounce there. She does circus there. It's still there. You can still get through that classroom. I did not break through it. No, I didn't do anything. Nothing. Yes. Anything else? Yes. Nothing else, darling. What were you saying?
Okay, so as I said, I played up because I was on my own. Because at home, I was the adult and the only adult, and I was on a bigger property than what I am now, running, I think we had about 18 or 20 horses at that stage. So having to look after animals, take care of myself, do all the other bits and pieces. So at home, I was an adult. At school, I was treated like a kid. That didn't go down well.
Yeah.
So I started rebelling, and from there on, my grades went down. Most things I've done since I've left school academically, I've always excelled at, but at school, I did not. I hated my teachers with a passion. I had a huge hatred of education. And then I made a almost fatal mistake.
What was that?
I got engaged to a high school teacher.
What?
Yeah.
Did you marry her?
No, I did not.
We've got a thing here saying the schools where I live in New York in the 80s were different compared to now. Yeah, schools in the 80s, I'm sure they were different.
Oh, absolutely. Very different.
Yeah, definitely. In New York, it would have been like fucking cray-cray. Isn't that like they've still got guns and shit? New York now?
New York in the early to mid-80s wasn't as bad as what everybody thinks. The late 80s, early 90s, mid-90s, that's when it was fucking bad. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, metal detectors at schools and whatnot, we don't have that out here, thankfully.
Thank God for that. Oh my God.
Which these guys in the US going to school, and in a lot of places that's what they have to put up with.
Yeah, like I talked to some people.
You've got to go through a metal detector before you go to school.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people that are from the US and from UK and stuff like that. And they're on my stream quite regularly. I don't know where they are today, but if you watch this, I'm upset with you and disappointed. But like, and they talk about the fact that there's literally people shooting people at schools, at high schools. It happens all the time. People sitting there pulling guns on people. And I'm like, yeah, we had that one thing. It was in Tasmania again? Was it in South Australia? Or was it the thing? The shooting?
Tasmania.
One big shooting. That was that. We just went, fuck no, guns, no. That is done. We are done with that shit. And seriously, I'm sorry, America. I love you guys. You guys are really cool and you've got some really good takeaway food. But guns, bad. They're fun to play with when you shoot like random like things that are not humans. But no one needs a fucking gun. You don't need a gun. Like,
You're speaking to a country boy here who is actually a shooter.
Do you need a gun? Do you need a gun when you go to school? Do you need a gun when you go to school?
Oh God, not when we go to school. No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying look. Yeah. I know it's. For instance, I'm half Canadian, right? So I went to Canada and I went over there and I met my dad's family. Full side there, and we went to a big family reunion. And I wanted to go for a bushwalk. I was like, yeah, I want to go for a walk. I want to go to some Canadian countryside. And they're like, cool, we'll get the boys together with their guns. And I went, what? They're like, yeah, there's brown bears and we have fucking bears. I'm like, what are you talking about? All the Americans I've met have moved to Australia are very smart people. Yes, Americans that have moved here that we know are very smart people. Yes, I'm saying shootings are widespread. They are, but they're not. In Australia, we don't have them. We don't have shootings here, babes. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't in Australia. We don't like the only shootings we have are normally like mob related, that kind of shit. Couple in Sydney, but we don't have the shootings you'd have like every day. You know, just don't. Not everyone needs a gun. I mean, I've got a samurai sword by my bed, like by my bed. You don't. It's not sharp. It is. I shouldn't have said that, but it is a fake one. But I shouldn't have said that. But you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to go around and take it to school or take it to the library. Sorry, I love guns. No, gotta fuck it up right now. Guns have their place, not in schools. You know what I mean? You don't. If there's a gun in the school, someone's going to get shot. You know, bring a gun to a knife fight or whatever. I don't remember what I was talking about now. The rest of us are like, poor me. What do you mean they are smart? Hang on. Guns are fine in rural situations. That is correct. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I was saying. In Canada, that's what I was saying. Thank you very much. There were wolves and bears. Like, literally, if I walked in there, they were saying that there could be a massive bear that would eat me. Not in a nice Saturday night way. Any night. If there's a bear out there that wants to eat me in a night. Another point. I'm not that desperate yet. Not that yet, I say. Yet. It's been a few weeks. But like, I understand there is reason, especially on properties. Kangaroos can be vicious, all of this kind of stuff. Like, I get all that, but you don't need it in schools, babes. Like, rest of us are poor me. Yeah, I got that. America is far queued. Yes, I got that one. The rest of us are like, poor me. What do you mean? Did I miss something? Shootings are widespread. I think I must have missed something there, Derek. I missed how that. I didn't mean to miss how that kind of linked, but I did, I'm afraid. Say the two. I know what far queued means.
We all know what that means, Derek.
I'm trying to figure out what the rest of us are like, poor me means. Callie, if you just want me to say fuck you, I'll say fuck you. I'll say fuck you, 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 fuck you. You want a ringtone? Dun 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 dun, fuck you, dun dun dun, fuck you. That's not the point.
Mistress.
Sorry, did I get distracted there a little bit?
Mistress.
Yes.
It's like this is how you do it.
Oh,
fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Yeah, boy. Now that is a ringtone. That is a ringtone. Oh, he was responding to you. Yeah, but who would respond to you? But what was he responding to, though? Oh, my God. This is the problem with these fucking messages. They drive me crazy. First date, good enough, hilarious, depressing, blah, 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 blah. My actual cigarette has gone out. I've been paying that much attention to this and not breathing in a smoke that an actual cigarette has gone out. That is what you guys have done to me. That is the trouble that you guys are doing. You're causing me grief. And it's causing me problems. I'm not happy with it.
Mistress, why do you like your cigarette like that?
Because I'm scared.
Is that from previous habits from something else?
It's because last year, I didn't smoke until I met my ex. Well, I mean, I smoked years and years ago. Then I started smoking again with my ex. But one of the first times I lit my hair on fire.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
I literally like one of my fringes, because I like my hair being choppy and around the front, like so it's kind of sits. I lit one of these bad boys, and it was just bleached at the time. And I'm a bit worried that it's going to happen again because I'm a twat.
Okay,
And the honest answer is I'm a twat, and I probably will burn myself.
I totally understand that, but the way you do that looks like how you light a joint when somebody's rolled it too tight.
Oh
Not that
no!
I never
I never smoked joints. I smoked bongs back in the day, back in the day. God, I'm never going to tell anyone how old I am, and if anyone ever tells anybody, you'll be murdered. But no, I used to smoke bongs back in the day. A little bit.
Your secret is safe with me, Mistress, because...
Oh, you know how old I am!
You told me.
Yeah, because I trust you.
Yeah, and you know how old I am.
I do.
Well, yes, okay, I can understand you smoking billies, but the problem is you can't do that walking down the streets.
Yeah, I can.
Well, you can. You live in Canberra, but most of us can't.
I did in Melbourne and Sydney.
Okay.
I've never been to Tasmania, so I don't know what you can do in Tasmania. But I did do it. I did it. I shouldn't be talking about this. I did it in front of. Okay, anyone's in Sydney? Town Hall. Town Hall. Yeah, I did it.
Yes.
Sitting on the steps of Town Hall. There is a photo of me somewhere pulling a bong. I must have been 19, pulling a bong, long hair. Big goth jacket, the whole thing, because I was so tough back then. I was massive goth back then, and pulling a bong in front of, sitting on steps of Town Hall. I actually would like to see that picture. I saw it once. It was actually pretty it was taken really prettily. It was very, very, very artistic. I would like to see it. If anyone has it out there, please send it to me. My email address is in my link tree. Please send it to me because I will definitely show it. I have no fucking shame anymore.
You did live in Sydney for a while. Did you ever make it to a venue up in the Cross called the Test Tube Factory?
Look, I was in the Cross a fair amount. When I got there, I probably would not have remembered the names of things. Was it a weird little pub thing that they'd give you the drinks in little bits, little shots?
No, not shots. They had sexy nurses and scientists.
Yes. Does this exist? Is this still a thing, or is this an old man thing?
Sorry?
Is this still a thing, or is this an old man thing?
Ouch!
Fight me.
I don't know whether it's still there.
I will look up. I will look it up. What was it called again?
The Test Tube Factory.
If it is, I'm going to go there and I'm going to take fucking photos. Oh shit! Sorry guys, you guys totally saw my screen there. Oh my god!
So what they did when I went to the Test Tube Factory was they served drinks in either test tubes or syringes.
I've been someone that did that, but I don't think it was
each drink was usually between 6 to 10 shots of alcohol per drink.
Wow. It wouldn't have been illegal when I was there.
No, they couldn't do it like that now because of RSA.
Remember the old Test Tube Factory in the Cross? Okay, so it's mentioned in Reddit. It is mentioned a number of times. Let me have a quick look here. So it has been mentioned. So it does exist, everybody. He's not just a crazy old man. I love him. Don't be mean to him. I'm sweating. My lights don't work and I'm crying. Where are we? Come back here. Oh, we're on an ad break. So no one can hear what I'm saying anyway.
Okay, right.
Polly said he is a crazy old man, but he's not wrong. Oh,
Kelly, just type back, not so much of the old, please, Kelly.
Not so much. I'm doing that. Of the old. I'm just doing that for jokes. Yeah.
I know you are.
Oh, I wonder how many times people actually saw that I'm wearing like Care Bear shorts. Maybe I just stand up in them and just be like, Care Bears, Care Bears. I'm literally wearing pajama shorts. 12 seconds. Hang on, I need to find that ad again. Here we go. Eddie, I remember talking to a colleague about Sydney trips in the 1990s. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I don't recall going after 1997. Liquor license went. Yeah, okay. Liquor license changing. Where are we?
We're back.
Are we back? You're also not young. No, but we're all young. We're all still alive. I mean, also do some random shit. So you know what? Most of us can do stuff. I can mostly move my legs. Also, shut up.
Oh, we can do, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, we can do some really random shit.
Oh, don't you use that voice on me. Oh, my lord. Oh, my stars. Ladies, he is taken, just so you know. Do not try to message in trying to get a piece of that because, oh, that voice. Yes, you are a mod here, Kelly. You're a mod here.
Test Tube Factory. Test Tube Factory
Definitely existed. And
yes.
Until like 1997, apparently.
So
When the licenses changed.
They used to serve drinks, as we said before, we were kicked off for an ad, in either test tubes or syringes. And they had mad scientists for the ladies, and they had sexy nurses for the boys.
What about me? Can I have both?
You can have both, yes. And what they used to do was they would get you to do laybacks, and they would get a syringe, and they would slam it down your throat. Now, these drinks weren't cheap.
Slam it down your throat. And that's what nurses did to you.
That's what nurses did to me.
Are you sure that was a nurse slamming thing? Is that because the nurses I know don't tend to like? It's more of this kind of situation.
Oh no! It's when you're using a horse-sized syringe, regardless of its contents, Mistress. There's only one way to use it.
When I'm using a horse-sized syringe. When I'm using a horse-sized syringe. Anybody? Yep. Yep, that's what I thought. No. Okay, what am I doing with this horse-sized syringe? Try not to lose your mind. He's losing his mind. I broke him. I'm going to start doing a tally of how many times I can break. Oh, that's a really good idea. If I can break him like 5 times over like a small period of episodes, I reckon, I don't know, something should happen. Like, I don't know, something cool. 5 times.
What do I get if I break you?
No one can break me. Me laughing is not being broken.
Don't set me a challenge, Mistress. I am always up for a challenge.
Explain to me how you would break me.
I will have to give that some thought.
I think you will have to. And when you come to it, if the breaking is, hang on, as in, yes, I love the growly voice. That's what someone else used to do. And just like, whoa, that voice. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm okay. Okay, I just go change my pants.
The growly voice.
Oh, I love that. I love that growly voice. I don't know what it is. It's like, I love it. I love it when women have that like dusky, like that, like this kind of voice. It's just like really like, baby, you're so beautiful. I love you. You know, you
the growly.
A little bit, just like it's like more like sensual. And then guys, they have like that deep kind of like, I could easily tear apart every other wolf around you kind of voice, and I'm just like, yay! I don't know what it is. I think I might be broken.
The growly voice is what you use to introduce the song.
All right, I'm gonna get my vibrator. Give me a minute. Oh, I can't believe I said that online. Okay, now I'm just going to say, please not everyone send me voice tracks of them doing growly voices. I made a joke about something similar a couple of weeks ago and I got lots and lots of voice tracks. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm sure your voice is amazing. Please don't do that. It fills up my inbox and it makes me unhappy. Please. So I'm trying to do all these other businesses and I can't just have people just growling at me. Then I just masturbate all day and then I don't get anything done.
So therefore, you've got me once and I've got you once tonight now, Mistress.
I'll take that one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got to get back to the test tube factory. We've got to get back to the test tube factory.
We've got the growly voice. Yeah, death. That's why Kelly likes the death metal growls in songs. Does that turn you on, does it, darling? You know I can do that. I can do death metal growls. Oh god, I probably can't right now because my throat's a bit fucked up. But I'll have to practice. Let me practice. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. No. Then what? Oh, damn it! You beat me to that. Wait, jacking off. Did I beat you to jacking off? Sorry, I didn't realise it was competition. Because I will always be the only one at jacking off. I can jack off faster than you can. I can't believe the shit I'm saying today. Oh
God, we get each other. God, we get each other into some trouble.
I know. It's so much fun. I love it. Love it.
So, back to the test tube factory. So
Yes,
they serve these drinks. Mad scientists, hot nurses, blah blah blah, slam horse syringe size doses of alcohol down your throat. Now, back in the day, even when I was going there, they were like $30 a serve. And believe me, back then that was quite a bit. You spend a considerable amount of money doing this, and you spend a considerable amount of money on the other nefarious substances you took before you went there.
I bet you did, you cheeky bastard.
There's only one thing you can do because the two don't agree with each other. And that's a very good way to waste about $500.
Oh. What other nefarious substances? Are we can give them the first letter?
E.
Okay. Oh, and yep. E and the B don't work together.
No, E and the B don't work together.
No, you need a lot of the W.
Randomly. Sorry?
You need a lot of the W. Sorry, I'm obsessing with my hair right now. I can see how dark my roots are. Sorry.
You don't want any of the W if you've got the E.
You need all the W, otherwise it's not healthy for you. You need the W. Everyone, if you're taking the E, you do all W. All W.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of something else beginning with W.
Oh, no. I mean the things that fish fucking.
H2O.
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 All of it. Get it all down your gullet. Yes. Look, that's why I'm wearing scales. See? It all fits together.
But you have to be very careful because if you are not, you can die from internal drowning from too much H2O when you've taken too much E, which was a very common thing back in the mid to late 90s. It was happening a lot.
What was that?
People were drinking too much water, especially at dance parties and whatnot, and they were dying from internal drowning.
Oh, Kelly was thinking it was wine that I was talking about. And my hair looks incredible. Thank you, sweetie. It's really not done, and it's pissing me off right now because it's sweaty and gross, but it's feeling long and hot.
So where are we going now, Mistress?
I'm just looking at my boobs. Don't know. Back in 2023. Hang on. 2023 booze prices back in the 80s. But well, talking about booze prices in the 80s, really, really cheap. You're thinking about drinking a lot of wine? No, I did not mean wine at all. How did you look when you were a teenager? Like when you were in like year 7? Did you look anything like what you look like now? Oh my god, people are actually getting a profile of me. Gross.
About 35 kilos lighter, more hair, and surfy blonde.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I was blonde until I was probably about 35, and that's when my hair started to go a little bit brown.
35?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was blonde until I was about like, I thought I was blonde a lot younger than I was. Like I remember turning darker because I'm dark with like a brownie reddy blondie thing going on. But I didn't think I was blonde until the age that I was blonde. Apparently I was blonde until I was about fucking 14, 15. I saw these high school pictures of me and I'm sitting there blonde, no boobs. Like I look like a little kid. Oh, baby. Like, so sweet. I look nothing like nothing. I look like I look now. Like I didn't actually start growing boobs until I was in my mid fucking 20s. I mean, I'm still in my mid 20s.
Of course you are, Mistress. Yes.
No more questions. But like some people just it just doesn't make sense. I really get it. Like some people just seem to like become who they're going to be when they're in high school and they don't change. And other people, like, I looked at pictures of myself when I was in high school. I look completely different. I'm this little mousy child. And then, I'm very much not a very little mousy child now.
I looked very much different when I was in my mid-20s, when I had a ponytail and a mustache.
I bet you did.
And blonde hair.
So what? Do you know why all of a sudden your hair decided to go dark?
Well, I don't.
Like I blame Queens. So I grew up in Sydney and Queensland. Obviously, lots of sun, and I was a beach bunny. Hang on a second. My hair looks incredible. Thank you so much. You look so different. Kelly said she was blonde when she was 3. Oh, Derek said when he was a teen. He is that? Am I doing the right pronoun there, darling? If I'm not, please let me know because I don't mean to mispronoun or anything. Was shy as fuck. I should say they. I should do that, shouldn't I? Yeah, me too. Like people thought I was scary because I was talking to older people. But literally, it was because people just made up bullshit about me, and I was just slinking around like a fucking chihuahua, hiding from people while I was being beaten the shit out of at home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, calm down. How white do I look in this light? I look like I've got no tan at all.
You look fine.
No, I'm white. Don't talk to me like that. Too white.
Yes, it's just blonde hair. Blonde hair. So, blonde hair. So, for some reason, there is a belief that men like blonde hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, apart from Rod Stewart doing his album "Blondes Have More Fun," I don't know where this belief comes from. But anyway, the aforementioned high school teacher that I was engaged to, we hadn't been together that long, and she was blonde, or so I thought, until the first time we had sex in the daylight, and I found out that wasn't actually the case.
Just because the curtains don't match the drapes doesn't mean anything. I was blonde for ages. I still have blonde leg hair. You can see I'm not blonde. Yeah?
This is going back into the day, my dear, before personal grooming wasn't such an issue as it is today.
Mm-hmm. So she dyed her hair, but she didn't dye the vagina curtains.
She didn't even need to dye her hair.
Oh, yeah.
Because her natural was my favourite.
See, that's the thing. Like, I love that. Like, I had this one guy who I was dating not that long ago, and Jared was born with blonde hair. So was I. I was white blonde until like white blonde, like beach bunny with tanned skin until I was about 14, something like that. Then I went dark, but like my ex wanted blondes. He liked blondes. So, and I did have photos of myself because I used to dye my hair blonde because I was blonde beforehand, right? So blonde does suit me, but I'm a redhead. I'm 100% a redhead. Damn, I'm a redhead. But Some people just like it. I don't even think I think it's just one of those things because it's a rarity. Like,
but it's not in this country, that's the thing.
And
it's not for most of Europe.
No, but it is. It's dying out. It's dwindling. Like, blonde hair, blue eyes. Oh, God, no, I'm not going there. Oh, wow. It is dwindling. That's all I'm saying.
But when you go to Europe, especially Eastern Europe, that's all it is blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
If you've got dark hair, you're an anomaly.
What now?
If you've got dark hair in Eastern Europe, you are an anomaly.
How dare you talk to me like that? Just fucking around, everybody. I'm just fucking around. No, but like, it's one of those things that I think, I love blonde hair. Number one, if you have blonde hair, easy to fucking dye. Easy. Don't need to bleach it. So much easier. Number two, people pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I know I used to spend about $700 a month to have my hair blonde and look naturally blonde. Back when I was in Sydney and making bank. $700 a month, no problem. Just keeping it blonde. Like,
and all I'd have to do was walk out into the sun.
All I would have had to do was walk out into the fucking sun. But what was I doing? Working my ass off and not getting out in the sun. And because it didn't. No, but also because I had skin cancer. I have a number of skin cancers removed. So melanomas, and another couple of things anyway. Cancer stuff. So I'm not meant to be in the sun. And the first one was taken out. They had to take it out 3 times. Sorry, they had to cut it out 3 times because it's like a dangly little thing. They grow roots. They get in. So I've got massive scar on my back, and I've got a scar on my leg, and I've got a little scar up here-ish, and to get in there and grab it all out. So I'm not meant to be in the sun, which means I can't tan, mother flippers. So I can't get blonde hair, can't tan. You know what? I'm be a redhead mermaid. I'm be some Ariel for you bitches. Okay, where are we at? Sorry. Red hair is awesome. Depends on your preference. Oh, Callie was being a bitch. She said you're not allowed to use big words near me because it was skinny.
Yes, mistress.
That's what Callie said. Callie's going to get smacked in the head with the whip. Mm-hmm. You heard that, Callie. I think I used too many words in the sentence. Fuck you, Callie. Yes, you should probably stop talking, Callie. So I'm going to work it out next time. I'm going to do it on. I'm going to try to do it on Restream, in which case we can all see. So at the moment, our poor, beautiful darkness, David, cannot see the text messages, and I want to work it out so that he can see them, so that he can answer them as well. So I'm trying. No, you haven't, Callie. Callie, are you doing? Is your brain doing something that would make you cranky? Callie. Is your brain doing something?
Mistress?
Callie is saying she should stop talking, and she's saying that she's being a silly pants. And if Callie doesn't stop being a silly pants, I'm going to go to her house and give her a good old spanking. It will happen.
It will happen?
Nice. She doesn't live that far from me. I could definitely go to her house and spank her.
It won't happen overnight, but it will happen.
Could happen overnight. I don't know if else to do. Alright, my darling ones, I'm going to let this one go for tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. We've had a really strong, steady stream of viewers. You can see us on YouTube. You can see us on the podcast channel. All of that shit is up in there, and we will be back next week. Please check us out on Facebook and Insta to chat about topics. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. We love you.
If you see our profiles on Facebook or Insta under the Mistress and the Darkness, yes, and you would like us to discuss something, please message us so we can. We'd be happy to.
I would love to so much. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much. Take your pills, drink your water, be good to yourselves, and Don't let anyone be a shithead. Much love. Mwah. Bye, my darlings.
Good night, Mistress.
Good night, my darkness.
Good night, viewers.